Despicable Me Infinity. The Infinite Wrath of Gru. Movies are everywhere. Not just in the sense that they've become a huge part of our culture, but you can also buy movies just about everywhere you go. There's movies in the grocery store. Just ask the midget in the red box. There's movies at the library. There's probably movies at the fucking truck Stop. My nephew is obsessed with movies. He's not your typical kid that wants to play video games or sports all day. No, this kid can't get enough of cinema. He lives a pretty normal life. He's got good grades, quite a few friends, who he invites to watch movies with him pretty frequently. But he spends most of his weekends watching films basically the whole damn time. I'd say he's a pretty mature kid for his age. He's watched some stuff that other 13-year-olds probably haven't. But like most kids, and adults, let's not lie to ourselves here, he loves animated movies. For whatever reason, he's obsessed with Despicable Me. I don't even know why, considering the third Despicable Me film fucking sucked in my opinion. But I guess the first two were pretty good. Anyway, back to my original point about movies being everywhere. My nephew and I get along pretty well. I took him to the library to pick up some books because, books are good, but in less than 20 minutes he found a part of the library with, you guessed it, movies. In the corner of the library was a massive bin full of books and movies that were just kind of thrown together. The library was selling them at $3 each, meaning whatever you bought, you could keep. I decided to let him get a movie or two if he'd come pick out some books with me after. He then got really excited about something he found, and guess what it was? That's right, you've been following along, another fucking Despicable Me movie. This actually confused me. When the fuck did a new Despicable Me movie come out? I know there was that Minions spin-off, but my nephew already saw that. There wasn't a Despicable Me 4 or anything. Not at the time of this, anyway. Even that wasn't as weird as the movie itself. The cover was just some low-resolution image of Gru standing in front of a massive infinity sign, along with the title, Despicable Me Infinity, the Infinite Wrath of Gru. Fuck was this supposed to mean? Were there infinite fucking Despicable Me movies now? Sure felt like it. I quickly did a Google search for Despicable Me Infinity, but nothing came up. The movie I was currently holding in my hand, by all accounts, did not exist. And yet here it was for only $3. At this point, I was too curious to pass it up. I bought the movie and gave my nephew an extra $50 to let me keep it. $50 is a lot to a kid, so he agreed. Although he made me agree to let him see it eventually. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can keep that agreement. See, after I got back to my place, I tried playing the DVD, but the only thing that could read it was my computer's disk compartment for some reason. Eventually I got the movie to play. The Universal Studios played, with the logo circling around the planet as usual, but suddenly, a fucking basketball smacked into it, causing the logo to start crashing into the fucking Earth. Space Jam 2 already? This cut to extremely graphic real-life footage of the letter E smashing into the fucking Turks and Caicos Islands, causing them to fucking sink into the water as people started screaming and making sounds. We then see the rest of the letter striking the fucking Earth aloud screaming. One scene involved a guy with a telescope looking at the sky when suddenly he sees the fucking U flying towards the Earth. The entire scene was accompanied by what sounded like Gru laughing before the title Despicable Me appeared in some shitty generic yellow font that looked like some 3-year-old made it, considering it was too big for the fucking screen. The fuck? I know movie studios like to do funny things with their logos sometimes, but that was just horrifying. We then see Gru standing in front of a long sheet of dough as if he was going to make pizza crust or something. Infinite Ghost! Gru said in a bizarre accent as he stared into the screen. Gru started making the crust and muttering, "These fucking girls and their fucking stuffed crust. Every day they ask for stuffed crust. I will never make the never-ending crust. I will make the never-ending crust. Infinite crust." Damn, Gru cursed now. As weird as this was, I figured I'd probably sell it for good money on the internet, if nothing else. I assumed this weird fucking crust monologue was referencing the scene from the first movie where Gru's adopted daughters ask him for pizza with stuffed crust. Gru started inexplicably loading the stuffed crust into some kind of crust gun.
Oh yes, the crustinator and crust meat trust.
Gru then went upstairs to talk to his adoptive daughters, Agnes, Margot, and Edith.
Here's your breakfast, girls. It is crust.
The girls cheered and screamed, "Crust!" in what sounded like a man's voice at 3 different pitches. "Crust! Crust! Crust!" Gru then looked at his crust gun.
There's still so much crust. I must use infinite crust.
Gru then went outside and fucking annihilated his neighbor's house with crust.
Another one bites the crust,
he screamed. Okay, I'll admit it, I fucking lost it at this. The Despicable Me theme song started playing, but the lyrics were wrong. Instead of the usual rap lyrics, someone started rapping this instead. I'm drinking a bad beer. Tastes like shit. What the fuck is in this brewski? The integral of 1 is Z. Despicable Me. Followed by some shit in Portuguese that I couldn't fucking understand. Gru's nose then elongated 60 fucking feet and smashed somebody's car windows? Shit, what the fuck was this movie? Gru then walks past a fucking GameStop store advertising the game Need for Speed.
Need for Speed? What about Lust for Crust?
He screamed as he eradicated the GameStop with his fucking crust gun. Yeah, I definitely wasn't allowing my nephew to watch this. This completely ruined his favorite film franchise. I mean, it made Despicable Me 3 look like a fucking Scorsese film in comparison. Why the fuck was Gru evil again? Wasn't he supposed to be more of a good guy now? Also, the fucking crust jokes were getting really excessive at this point. Gru then walked into a fucking group therapy session and sat down.
Hello, I am Gru,
he said, completely fucking interrupting the entire meeting. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with your fucking nose? Someone randomly asked Gru as everyone started laughing. Gru sighed.
I don't know. What's wrong with your fucking crust?
Gru shrieked as he fired crust everywhere. We then see Gru return to his lair to talk to his minions.
Minions!
He yelled as the strange yellow creatures appeared. That was inevitable. The minions kept coming and coming. Infinite minions.
You have all been very good minions. Now eat your crust. Crust!
Screamed the minions. All of the minions except one.
Minion Lally, why are you not eating your crust?
Gru asked. The minion, whose name was apparently Larry, graphically fucking exploded. That almost made me turn the fucking PC off. We then see Gru helping Margot with her math homework, which was a pretty normal scene, but his eyes kept fucking shrinking little by little until they disappeared, which really fucking horrified me. Eyeless Gru then turned directly towards the viewer and said, I can count past infinity. Before fucking speaking in tongues at a horrifically high volume. It sounded like he was reciting a fucking chant backwards, which apparently was counting past infinity somehow. Margot acted like this was just normal for some fucking reason as Gru began to slam his head into her fucking homework, knocking pencils everywhere and smashing a desk light. I figured my nephew probably would find some shit like this funny. The scene then explicitly cut to Gru at some shitty local movie theater with a couple of random fucking minions.
3 tickets to crust,
Gru says. The movie theater obviously wasn't playing some fucking crust movie, and Gru got told to, quote, get the fuck out, jackass. Which was kind of harsh, but the movie theater employee was clearly really fucking pissed for some reason. Gru then leapt over the counter, pulled down his pants, and took a shit in the popcorn machine before turning it on and blowing popped shit everywhere.
Where's my shit, you tit?
He screamed, which was so damn loud it caused my computer to fucking black out.
I want my fucking tickets.
Gru yelled as fucking colored bars started filling the screen and everything froze. I eventually got my screen to turn back on, but my antivirus started making fucking air siren noises as it detected a fucking virus called crust.exe trying to fucking uninstall my entire hard drive. I yanked the fucking disk out and threw it. Whatever the fuck this was, I was done with it. I sent Illumination an email titled, "What the fuck, asshole?" and sold the disc on eBay for like a lot of fucking money. Remember, dear viewer, if you're ordering pizza, just get the thin fucking crust.